not worrying at all. We're just listening for his call. Here I come to save the day.
You know, a lot of times people are afraid of using their crate. Oh, I don't want to cage my dog. And I get it. You know, I don't want my dogs to have to live in a crate either. But even my own personal dogs, not just the training ones, but with my own personal dogs, and this is what I recommend to all of my clients and the rescues that I work with when people adopt, we always talk about this as well. Crating is a great way to set up the patterns and routines that we want. So the concept becomes the only time the dog has freedom in the beginning is when I'm directly interacting with them. Now there's several things that go on there. One, if my dog is getting into things, peeing on the carpet, chewing things up, things that we don't want him to do, my frustration level goes up, and that's how a lot of those dogs end up back in shelters. The other thing too is if I put my crate in a great strategic area where the activity is going to pass by and that sort of thing, they can then learn to participate in those activities, to be in the den, in the movie room, in the kitchen, whatever that is for you. They can learn to be in those areas without having to dive right in the middle, to be right up underfoot. They don't have to be the center of attention. They can participate by watching things happen. And I'm also creating a pattern that I want for potty too, right? So crate time, play time, poop time, crate time, play time, right? So I'm directly interacting with my dog. Most dogs don't like to pee where they sleep, just like we don't. So I can use my crate to develop some of the habits that I want and create some of the patterns that I want. And then once they get that down, hey, guess what? You'll find oftentimes that they want to be in their crate. That's where they go when they're tired of you. Because sometimes they get tired of us, just like sometimes we get tired of playing ball or whatever. Sometimes they want a little quiet time away from us. So what we find in the end is if we don't make the crate a terrible, awful place, but we use it to create the patterns that we want and to create some of the desired behaviors that we want, eventually they don't need the crate anymore, except for when they just want it. So I'm with you. I don't want my dogs to live in a cage for the rest of their life either. But don't be afraid to use that crate. Start out creating the patterns that you want. Start out with the rules that you want, and you and your dog will be happier in the long run.